Okay, so for this project that we're going to use, before we put the tree in, so this is orange. And what we're going to use is cerulean blue and white. Okay. And this is cerulean blue and white. Start from the bottom part. The bottom part is more of a solid color, kind of. This is a 1 inch wide brush. It doesn't have to be 1 inch. Whatever you have is fine. Wide brush is good, so you don't have to, it doesn't dry that fast. So what I'm trying to do is have a very soft edge. Really soft edge. If you see a bit of orange showing through, that's okay. So I'm using my brush kind of flat on the surface, and then very softly spreading my color in different directions. Soft touch. It's like using a feather. All of this bottom part is solid, kind of light color in the reference. We're not going to do exactly what the reference is showing, but it helps. Okay, so now more. See, I'm going up from bottom part up, because bottom part is kind of, we have a defined kind of edge, but over here where the tree is should be very soft. Again, I'm just dipping my brush a bit, tip. This is kind of behind the tree, this area, so. This is very good for the shape of the tree. It's excellent. It might need one more layer, especially the bottom part. Or I'll wait for it to dry and see if it's too messy, I'll fix it up a bit. But I like to keep this, even if I see a bit of orange in the blue here, that's okay. because don't forget, you know, we're going to put orange over this. I think I'm going to go up with this. Just I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look at the shape of the tree. I'll go up a tiny bit over here. Okay. I'm going to let it dry and I'll do one more layer. All right, now another layer of light, very light blue. This is the second layer. So this layer is gonna cover way more than what the first layer did. And what I'm gonna do is push back up again, very softly. I'm not gonna push the white up too much. The second layer, it's mostly right here. And then the rest, we'll just keep it a very soft blue. Just this part, and that's it. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And we have here cerulean blue, white, ultramarine violet, and cadmium yellow light. Oh, I also have a bit of sap green here. We'll see if we're going to need it or not. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is make a very nice kind of bright green by using ultramarine, cadmium yellow and cerulean blue. And that's a kind of a beautiful, fresh green. Now, you don't have to mix it too much. So if you see a bit of blue in there, that's okay. And I'm going to come and start from top down. Take a bit of yellow, put it in. I'm going to put a bit of white in here. It doesn't have to be that intense. So I'm going to desaturate the color a bit. Yeah, that's better. We could do this after. I could have done, use the colors just the way they are and then glazed it after glaze the colors. But this helps. Some blues. Now I see houses in the background, in that far, in the some hints of homes or houses in there. We'll see if we want to do that. At the same time, what I'm going to do is pull some of these colors down. And that is the reflection. there's no difference between, in terms of colors, there's no difference between the color up here and down here, except the difference is the texture. So the brush stroke is straight down for the reflection and texture different way over here on top. But in terms of color, it's almost the same. What we're going to do after is put some white on top of this white line for the reflection of the sky. Okay, take some white. I'm going to introduce a bit of ultramarine violet in here. I'm not cleaning my brush, so I'm going to get ultramarine violet with green and whatever I have on my brush. Actually, this is great. Ultramarine violet is pushing all of these colors back. And again, this is going to be the background, so we're not too concerned about text, about detail. So every time I put a brush stroke in there, I try to change the color, not change it, actually add a bit of blue, a bit of yellow, a bit of ultramarine violet, white. You don't have the same colors everywhere. It's, you know, it's exactly the same. Brush strokes and colors in here. You'll have a different variety of texture in here. Now, once it's done, we're done. And if I find that I need to add, I need to go in and glaze this because acrylic dries darker. So I can't really right now. I have to wait for it to dry. So I can, right there, it's drying darker right now. I can see that, but that's good. That's okay. I can glaze the whole thing if I want. I'm going over the line a bit where it's I'm going over this line a bit because I know I can put it on top after, so I'm not worried, I'm not concerned. Let's take a bit of purple in here. And yellow. And of course, I can go back anytime and adjust my colors and my values. This is the first layer. Let it dry, and then we go back. So I'm trying to avoid flat. I want to see texture. I want to see brush strokes. Not too much though, because that's far. So you don't have detail, but you do have a layering of colors. This is ultramarine violet and white. Oh, I love that. That's nice. Those lines I'm getting from the brush. I like that in the reflection. I'm not trying to get rid of them. I'll leave them. I'll leave those lines showing. The brush is creating interesting lines. Okay, again, mix some interesting bright green, more on the blue side, the white. You take white, ultramarine violet, make a nice purple, very like a gray purple. My purple is mixing with the green. Okay, so this is behind the tree, so I'm not paying too much attention to it. I don't think I need to. Add a tiny bit more purple. So I'm just looking at the colors I'm seeing in the picture. What I'm doing is I'm making my brush strokes more of abstract kind of. And this is behind the tree again. Let's put some light. To create a better reflection, if I want, for the water, all I have to do is once it's dry, I go in with a smaller brush and just put more lines down, and that will give me a really nice texture of a reflection. like this. So round brush. I'm making my color lighter so I can see it. Lighter green. And I'm just going to come in and do this. It's better if I wait for it to dry. And then I add these kind of lines down, but it's okay. It's working right now. It's better if I wait because it's lifting the color underneath. So I'm going to wait a bit. I left some, actually, I'll do it that way. I'll take some, I left some orange showing through. Just a bit. That's good. Okay. All right, now I'm going to add the reflection of the sky. I'm using I'm just using a ruler, and I have white and blue on my brush. I cleaned it up. All right. Oh, this yeah, ruler is leaving a bit of kind of a little bit of dots in there because it's not clean. It has white on it, white and blue. All right, let's do this one more. And let's leave it like that. Clean my brush. I like to leave a bit of white or green in between. There's a line of green in there. I'm just gonna make this line a little bit whiter, but whiter. Okay. I think it's good. It's enough. Let's take my round brush now. It's drying darker. That's okay. I'm just putting a bit of white and blue in certain areas because the reflection of the sky is not opaque and it's not all the same. So some areas will look like it has more white in it, and some areas will have some more of the more transparent. white in there. Here. Okay.